live picture for you from our SCDOT camera. This is another look here. This is Interstate 85 South at mile marker 34 here, and at Highway 29, and you can see very few people out there on the roads, and the people who are out there appear to have some of them appear to have their emergency lights on, which is good safety practice. But you can see from all the raindrops there on the lens just how rainy it is. Okay, we're gonna show you more of what we're seeing through our DOT cameras. Oh, wow. Yeah, the traffic has slowed up a bit here. It is congested. It is still moving, which is good. But as you can see, we're heading into rush hour. It's about 20 minutes away from 5 now. And this will probably only get worse, especially as the rain comes through and slows down traffic even more. This is also a really good time, I think, to remind people again about our mobile app. You can get all the warnings on it that John gets, and it's easy to get. It's free. Get it from your app store. And it's the WYFF4 mobile app. And we will send you alerts to your phone to help you stay safe because information is very important at this time. John, what you got?
Yeah, I just got some more information, Gabrielle and Carol, from the National Weather Service. The warning goes until 5 p.m. as you can see now. And it's very, very close to West Pelzer. This potential tornado is moving east at 40 miles per hour. Radar indicated some of the rotation has increased a little bit, but also the speed, which means that maybe another tornado.
This might be very bad, guys. Very bad.
Maybe, and that's what happens a lot. These tornadoes, they don't last very long sometimes, especially if they're fairly weak tornadoes. So still, you folks in Donaldson Center and the Malden around.
That's where I live.
So about 12 minutes or so, you could be impacted by this tornado. Fountain Inn, the Golden Strip area, Simpsonville, Five Forks around 5 o'clock, so at the top of the hour. This cell could possibly affect you with potentially a tornado. And then we'll zoom on in and let's see if I'm going to go back down in here a little bit tighter and see if we can see more circulation with this. I'm going to have to get all the way over to here.
So this is moving.
Yeah, it's moving up to really 40 to 50 miles per hour. So even heading up and through here,
someone's watching. See it?
There's the little circulation right in through here. This is what we're talking about. There's not a lot of red. It's right about in here. So it's very close to West Pelzer, between West Pelzer.
It's still going,
Piedmont,
isn't
so
it?
it's moving almost more eastbound
isn't
now.
It?
At about 40 to 50
isn't
miles
it still
per
going?
hour. So
but
that's
why?
what's going to happen. It's going to go
is it in the
so
air still? Can it touch
rotation,
down
which
again?
means it could spawn a brief tornado very quickly, then it could go back up in the clouds as the
Can
rotation
it touch down again? What?
Yeah, it can. It looks like it's maybe gaining a little bit more.
And then my friends at school told me that nothing bad could ever happen in Greenville.
Has increased a little
it has happened before.
But they say bad things won't
I've had tornadoes
happen.
hit us in Pickens when we were your baby.
Pickens is normally get tornadoes, but people.
Yes, and that's the problem. Absolutely, because it's a
Ooh,
good
thunder.
because it's part of that whole
People say. People tell me at school that nothing's ever gonna bad happen in Greenville. Did you know that?
Called supercells. You could see them from miles away, and they're all by themselves. The sun shining around them. But in this is part of that solid line of very heavy rainfall with the lightning, so it's most likely rain wrapped, and you're not going to be able to see it. So that's why you need to take cover until it goes by.
I want to show you another live picture if we can. This is looking outside of downtown Greenville. This is from our Peace Center Skycam looking at downtown Greenville.
That's a lot of rain. We can hardly see a tornado. What was Mr. Gary doing anyway?
That's not really fog that you're seeing down there. This
is a tornado? Is that why he's putting his trash can down?
The rain is really coming through.
Why? That was just ridiculous. Why would anyone do
Fly
that?
away, trash can. See you later.
It is raining hard in downtown
Hey,
Greenville. Let's
I know.
Downtown Greenville, where Daddy is.
This, of course, looking towards Haywood Road and 385. And this is the kind of traffic I think you'd expect to see this time of day. Right. Most people heading home for the evening.
Yeah, look, I can see the sun better on this picture. See, look.
We can see
It's the
traffic
sun.
is moving smoothly in this area, but it is quite congested. But again, of course, that's normal for this time of day. We have another live picture for you now. Let's send you over to our Woodruff Road Skycam.
Look, it's the sun. It's the sun. It's the sun. See, look, it's the sun.
That's actually, you can see, that's actually the line itself. See that? Really? All that white, that's actually the line moving in from the west.
What is that?
The sun.
I don't see the sun on there.
Oh, probably the light reflecting.
Oh, thank you.
That's what you're looking at with that.
Right. This is all moving very quickly off to the east and north.
To the door. Can you please open the door? They're making some noise in here.
Go in the hallway.
Could be cut to near a
Go in the hallway, sweetheart.
That's
No,
part of the line.
We haven't seen anything like this since, what, September? Probably before then, right?
Yeah, in fact, it's amazing the fact that yesterday we had 1 inch of rain, and we haven't had 1 inch of rain since August. That is just mind-boggling.
Well, we're gonna need this rain, right?
We had 4 or 5 storms that produced a 1/4 of an inch to about a 1/2 inch, and that was really back in early October with Hurricane Matthew. But this is something, and you can see how the visibility is starting to get cut a little bit now.
Shut the door, please. Shut the door, please.
Not the heaviest part is just now beginning to move into the western part of the city.
Shut the door, please.
The tornado warning is that red box that you see. It still continues until 5 o'clock this evening for about the next 20
tornado.
minutes.
They said about a tornado warning.
And we'll see if whether or not that rotation stays strong enough with the weather service.
Why are there only new warnings?
Maybe over into.
We never in severe weather ever. No snow, no tornado, no hurricane, none of that. We're never in severe weather. Now it's this time.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because it looks to the west.
Ellie, shut the door. Ellie, can you shut the door, please?
Is it clear, or do we have another band coming?
No, this is it. Once this band moves through, then it'll just be rain showers behind it, and then later on after midnight tonight, we'll actually start to cool down and get much drier as we go through the next several days. But if I'll go ahead and pull it out, and this is it. This is the only game in town right now. And once it moves through, that'll be it.
Thank God we got home for a hit.
We still remain under a severe.
Look, I still have one person watching.
And that goes
See?
until 8 o'clock this evening.
Isn't that amazing?
One
of my friends are watching, or someone is.
And so this front actually will move through.
Watching it live?
Later on.
Yes, it is live.
Once that fan moves through, it's probably already right about.
This is my
here
first
now.
live stream.
Then our winds will shift out of the west and northwest. We'll bring in the drier air, and the threat will be over. So once the lightning and heavy rain moves through your area, you're basically in the all clear.
Have you seen any damage reports yet, John?
No damage
Then
reports.
I'm gonna let it get stronger and keep this and keep them watching this. Papa, he might get hit by this van too, don't you think?
The severe thunderstorm warning is actually all those yellow boxes. Those are.
There's a tornado. See? Is it moving or is it going away?
Those are severe thunderstorm warnings, part of the line itself. So you can see that includes Rutherford County, Cleveland County, all the way down into Elbert County in northeastern Georgia, Abbeville, Greenwood counties, and the red box is that tornado warning. I'm going to go over and look briefly and see if we have any storm reports coming over here to the Weather Center. I'm going to check something else.
All right, John, while you check on that, we want to get to some breaking news. It's just into our newsroom. This is from Greenville County school officials. Just into our newsroom, all Greenville County schools located south of Interstate 85 in the tornado warning zone are sheltering in place. This is happening right now. Officials say any students, employees, or parents who are on school property for after-school programs or athletic practices are sheltered.
Yeah, parents are going to want to know this. They are encouraged to stay safe at home. Parents are.
Thank goodness, thank goodness Legacy didn't have any after school this week.
They are sheltering in place. Any buses that are currently on the road south of 85 are seeking shelter at the nearest school.
They pretty much already know.
It's important to know if you've got a child who has some after-school activities going on, sports perhaps, or
they probably know because I wore a Legacy shirt one time when I made a video.
Just know that the Greenville County School District is keeping those children in the building, sheltering in place. This is south of I-85 at this point.
And Carol, as we're taking
we're in the
look
Corvette now. We're in the Corvette.
Greenville Skycam, you can see all of those cars on the roads right now. But if you are in the impacted area and if you are driving, you do need to find a shelter.
Yeah.
And the advice is to put your head below the windows, cover your head, and leave your seatbelt on. Again, this is last resort only if you cannot get to a shelter.
You know, I'm getting some tweets from some friends who are telling me that one says, wow, it just sounded like a tornado was passing over up here. That's somebody who lives slightly north of the city of Greenville. So the weather is pretty torrential out there. And as you can see, we are losing visibility on one of our sky cams. I'm not even sure what camera that is. Do you know?
I think that is, yep, our producer just told me it is still
a few minutes ago we saw this
exactly.
camera. It was Hilton Greenville, where you should be able to see Hayward Road and you should be able to see 385. So that line that John talked about that was downtown at the Peace Center, that has now moved out towards Haywood Road, for example, and you can see that line right there just past Roper Mountain. It's continuing to move off to the east.
This is our Woodruff Road. This is our Woodruff Road sky cam right here, and yeah, we can see we were just looking at this a few moments ago. Okay, John, what's going on?
So far, the only storm reports I've had so far is in Clarksville and Habersham County when that line moved through earlier. Did produce some wind damage there. Also, some straight line winds around Elberton and also in Sandy Springs in Anderson associated with it. So far, it's just straight line winds. We've had no reports of actually tornado damage, but you can see one thing that cell is doing. If we zoom in a little bit more, this is pretty interesting. And I'm going to stop this. The red box of tornado warning, notice how that's starting to bow out a little bit. And what I mean by that is right through here, this right in here is what we call a bow. What happens is these strong winds from up above come down like this, and they can get over 70, 80 miles per hour. And that's heading right for you folks in Simpsonville, also Fountain Inn, the Golden Strip area. So you need to take cover immediately. Even if it's not a tornado, we could still be talking about very, very damaging winds with incredible downdrafts. I'm going to zoom in a little bit tighter and show you. So it's heading right for you folks in Malden, Fountain Inn, Simpsonville, the Golden Strip area, less in downtown. Notice in Greenville, the city of Greenville, you're not under a tornado warning. It's to your south, and that's where the warning is right now. We're between Williamston, Fountain Inn, Malden, the Golden Strip area. You need to take cover immediately. If you have a basement in your home, that's fantastic. That is the safest place. You always want to go as far underground as possible. If you don't, your home, lowest floor, stay away from exterior walls and windows in particular with flying debris. And find a room, especially if you have a bathroom that's an interior bathroom on the lowest floor that has no windows, that would be the safest place to be. If you have time to grab the pillows off your bed and cover your
What?
Papa's Facebook thing says right now, when your mind is searching for peace, reach out to the Lord.
Because we could still be talking about straight line winds of over 60 miles per hour in through the Golden Strip area right now and into Greenville County. Now, you folks over into Woodruff and also into Spartanburg County, you need to watch this closely. So you folks over here, this whole cell is moving like this. So in Spartanburg County, we need to watch it closely. So you need to be ready to take cover in case this warning gets extended farther to the east and northeast. Right now, the tornado warning goes until 5 o'clock. So it's about
I'm getting hit really. My house is getting hit really bad right now. All that blurry stuff you see right now. Whoa.
The Weather Service will let us know here.
Unique, I'm here now.
Closely, and so am I here in the Weather Center. So we have that solid line that's moving through. That's the tornado warning in that red.
Whoa, look at that.
Oh my word, you might want to get in the hallway. Because he said everything's come and go.
Whoa. It hit.